This week on Barely Homesteading, phase 1 of installing a loft in our new shed. Good afternoon and welcome to Barely Homesteading. Lumberjack here. So we have recently got a new shed installed, and we did not build this ourselves. So talking with Mama Bear, we decided that I was just too busy to design and build this, and we didn't want to wait another 3 or 4 years for it to actually happen. So we actually had some people come and do a concrete foundation for us and install the shed. We specifically bought the shed at a size where we could put a loft in, so that we could maximize our storage space and get a bunch of stuff out of the house and out of the garage and make better use of those particular areas for other things. So this week we want to go through building the first phase of this loft. Now, this shed is all done with 2x4 construction. So all the walls are 2x4, and we're going to be putting in a loft through the entire shed. And so because of the size of this loft, I was concerned that the 2x4 walls, with the snow loads and the winds that we get here, would just not be enough to carry all of the load from the roof, as well as all of the load from the loft. So the way we're going to build this loft is we're actually going to put in a floating support structure inside of the walls of the shed. And so over here, where we've got already cut out 2x4s that we're going to be putting in on this back wall, we will then put on all of the floor joists resting on that 2x4 wall, so that the exterior wall isn't carrying any of the floor load. And then we're going to come out about 6-7 feet. We're going to put in a 2x6 wall that will then give us the ability to close off this back portion of the shed, so that we have an area that animals can't get in. Because eventually what we're going to do is we're going to put in a cat door and be able to move cats down here to the shed, and hopefully push the vermin out even a little bit further from the garden areas. And so we want an area that the cats can't get into while they can get into the rest of the shed area. And so this will be able to, as I said, we'll be able to close that off with drywall and doors, and be able to keep them out for things that we don't want them to get into. That's phase 1. This back area, about 7 feet deep. Phase 2 will be putting in a permanent staircase over here on the side, and then walling that off so that we can do storage underneath that staircase. We had talked about putting in a couple of different stair options, and we chose to go with a permanent full staircase because, well, frankly, we're not getting any younger, and it's going to be easier for us as we continue to age to get up and down if we just had a regular full staircase, as opposed to some of the other options we were talking about. And then phase 3 will be to finish the loft area over the rest of the footprint of the shed. So let's get started on phase 1. got both walls up. We need to attach the bottom, the pressure treated boards on the bottom to the concrete. And then I'm gonna do some attachments on the side on this front wall to make it a little stronger. We need to finish off the doors. So we need to put in the jack studs and the header for the doors. And then we can start putting on the floor joists on top. Now that we have both walls completely in, ready to start running floor joist along the top. I'm gonna start over here where the stairs are gonna be and work my way to the other side. And we'll talk about some things as we set these floor joists. All right, so I've got the first couple of floor joists in and want to talk about what we're doing. So on this far side, so this is the back side of the shed, you can see that I've got some blocking spacers in there. I have no header joist that I can get to from the other side, so there's no really point to doing that because I won't be able to nail from the other side to get into it. So we're just putting the blocking spacers back there to keep the boards from twisting. And then over here on the front side, this is where the stairs are going to be. So I do have a header that I've put in. Don't need blocking over here because the nails through the header will keep it from twisting over here. But then along the rest of the length, there won't be a header because we're gonna eventually be putting in more floor joists to put in the loft across the entire length of the shed. And so we will be doing blocking over here and we'll be continuing the blocking along the back. It seems the microphone didn't connect when I changed the battery in the camera before this segment. So the floor joists and blocking are in. The blocking on the back is permanent and nailed in place. The blocking on the front is temporary. It will get removed when we install the other joists for the larger section and will get recut and nailed in at that time. So now we are ready to install the floor sheeting. We've got the subfloor panels in for this first phase of the loft. In fact, we've already started to put some things up there to get them out of other places. It's working well, it's good and stable, and so we're done with phase 1, and then we'll work on phase 2, which is getting the stairs in next. And so until then, this is Lumberjack from Barely Homesteading saying use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.